feel good. We all feel good because it's episode 9 of the Average Aussies, everyone.
Episode 9?
Yeah, we're one off the Big 10. We've almost made double digits here, boys.
We've almost made the birthday episode.
Yeah, we have. How good's that?
What an episode two big derbies.
Oh, yes, big derbies. Lot to talk about. Joined always as the boys. I got Jake. How are you, mate?
Very good.
Figos.
Good, mate. Thank
You
you.
good?
Yep.
Beef. Don't care how you feel.
Good, my man. Be better on Saturday
Love
at
it.
11 p.m.
As always, people, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, turn the little notification bell on if you want to keep up to date with all the Average Aussies content on YouTube, and you can keep up with the best bits on social media. We got Instagram. That dog scared the shit out of me. we got
Ethan's dog just appeared at the door to the den.
Black dog.
just stared into my soul. We got what do we got? We got Instagram. We got TikTok. We got Twitter. We got the Holy
I'm
Trinity.
talking
all right?
Spotify. I'm talking missionary.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
No.
this has
Put
been
that into here. This is a sacred
This is
place.
a place of worship.
this has been a red hot start, fellas. I love
Oh,
it.
far out.
We are on Spotify, everyone. So if you want to check us out there, please feel free. And last but not least, the fantasy boys. We need
Get involved.
Get involved. There's prizes. Ethan's paying for everyone to go to
No.
Mallorca.
Not
We're going
now.
to Spain, everyone. If you win, you just got to pay off a few things.
I reversed my ute into a tree yesterday, so not now.
Now we're being downgraded. We're just going to go to the Whit Sundays.
Yeah.
Second
Okay.
mortgage.
Yes. All right. So what, we getting into this or what?
Let's do it.
We're going mano in mano this weekend. Leo versus Beef. We got Arsenal versus Tottenham, the North London derby, fellas.
Biggest one in years.
Big. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the biggest North London derby in the last decade.
Yep.
I'd say
Phil.
longer.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
it's fair,
truly?
to be fair, because Tottenham have been shit for so long, so
What?
they've only
Hang on. We finished above Arsenal for 5 years
I'm
running.
just saying,
Did
you've
you
been.
hear that?
You've both had your moments, but it's been a long time since Spurs and Arsenal have both been right at the top of the table,
Yeah.
both looking the goods.
Oh, yeah.
After
no doubt.
10 games too, or 9
Yeah,
games.
well-
Not just after 2 or 3.
Well, that's what I
We're
think.
actually a chance.
Yeah, that's what I think is crazy, that there's so much. I feel like there's so much riding on this game. We're only at the start of the season,
Yeah.
which is crazy for me. Like, this game is massive for both of us because win or lose can determine what happens.
6 point
what
swing.
happens next.
Arsenal can go 4 ahead. We can go 2 ahead of Arsenal.
Yeah. So and if we win, that's the thing. Like, we can then. That's put a gap between us and second, then us and City out in front. which is-
Especially with the other derby this week in the Manchester derby.
yeah. Well, that's another one we've got to get to. But where do we
Feast.
Where do we want to start here? We might start with our predicted lineups, Beef. What do you think about
Yep.
that?
Sounds good.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, mate. You
Reece
send
gonna
it.
play?
What do you think?
So
Well, that's
I don't
contentious.
know. So 9:30 Saturday night, the absolute premium kickoff.
Yeah, what a kickoff! Also, can we
Ooh.
just say, for us Aussies, how good's that?
That's
Long
juicy.
weekend as well in Australia.
Long week.
Stop.
Wait, sorry, Ethan, before you go on, this is the biggest sporting weekend of my fucking career right now. I've got the mighty Eels in the grand final. Me and Jake are going to go. Nudo's an Eel supporter too. We're going the grand final. Beef, he's a fucking doggy sport or whatever. Sorry, mate. Yeah, we've got that on Sunday, and then this is a prelude to that. So this weekend's fucking insane for me.
It's a big
fucking
weekend in
Ed.
sport.
It's a big weekend in sport. I'm so G'd up. Well, if you live in New South Wales, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a big weekend in sport.
Yeah,
It's huge. The energy in the den is pulsating.
it is fucking
Does it mean all
vibrating.
those- yeah, the table's vibrating.
Probably all the storms that we've been having.
It's the pleats.
All right. Where were we? We're getting
All right,
into predicted
lineup.
lineups.
So 9:30 Saturday night kickoff. I think it will be obvious front three. Kane up top. Kulusevski, the Swedish ranger, legend, on the right. Son on the left. I think he earned his spot back. Hat trick last
I
week.
reckon he should start on the bench.
No.
Whoa.
Get out. In the middle, Bentancur and Højbjerg, absolute mainstays, and they've played every game this season. Perisic will move back to the left wing back, I think. Royale will make his spot back in the team. I think based on
No, he said it's gonna
Conte's
be the other way
form,
around.
he likes to play his safe team in big games. He did that at the end of last year. At the back, Dyer and Romero. Welcome Romero back. Keen for that. The two that I'm unsure about, a bit nervous, is Langlet. So the bloke's on loan from Barca. He's played his first game last week. He played well.
Play him.
And Fraser Foster in goal. So I heard Nudo just told me that Lloris got injured in the Euros. Not the Euros. Yeah. What's it called? The Nations
Shambles.
League. Fuck, who cares?
Absolute shambles.
They're friendlies. They're
That's how
glorified
much
friendlies.
he doesn't want to play.
You're like that slow sports news Twitter feed.
I hurt myself
hell.
last year.
He's Chris Kamara for sure.
I am.
What's happened there? What's happened?
I don't research. I don't look at other people's work and act it off as my own. I just
You don't know if your keeper's injured or in the country or what tournament he's even involved in.
yeah. Well,
So what injury did he pick up last year?
No, apparently
Quad.
he picked up
Hemi.
a quad. Is it
A quad injury for France
in
on
France,
international
for France.
something beneath the chest. Something's going on. But
Something
yeah, I'm
beneath
not
the
sure
North
about that.
London
Nervous, but look, it's a
He
strong
could-
team.
He could be fit in time.
Oh, I think he'll play.
I hope he does. Losing your captain in the NLD, it makes a bigger difference than
Yeah, it's
you'd
huge.
probably know in the dressing room. So, but that gives Kane a chance to be captain. Don't start that with me. Fucking hell. We haven't won a trophy in fucking 48 millennia. And change your captain. Seriously, if you can't win, something's going on. Change something. You got the England captain.
who you support.
He's going to be a knight one day or get knighted by the king. Get him in there.
Jeez, this is big win.
What's
I'm
he
fired
done?
up.
Big win.
What's
up
Kane
here.
done to
Are you a
deserve a
royalist?
fucking knighthood?
I didn't know you were.
Hang on, what's he getting knighted
He's
for?
going to be the top England Premier League goal scorer of all time. He's going to get knighted. For
Yeah, but
sure.
Alan Shearer hasn't bloody got one yet, has he?
Yeah, but
I
Alan
think
Shearer
Haaland will
wasn't.
Yeah.
Alan
Cup 4 this season.
Shearer's won Premier League titles. It's something Kane hasn't done.
All right. We'll check the stats in 30 years. If we look back to this podcast, Kane will get knighted.
Listen, I agree. I think
In 30 years.
I think if he can captain England, which he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Why can't he captain Tottenham?
He should have, man.
But
Yeah.
England won't win anything either.
And what's Lloris got over him that makes him a better
He's
captain?
won a World Cup, and apparently he's
Yeah.
a good leader. But change it. You know,
Yeah,
you've got
but-
one a potential amazing captain in the dressing room.
I've never rated keepers as captains anyway.
They're too
because
far away
when,
from it.
Yeah, when shit goes down on the field, unless they sprint half the length of the field to
Yeah.
chat to the ref, like they're not involved. Like, sure, there's always leaders all over the pitch, but
Unless
to
you're
me, a
playing travel
captain,
keeper.
captain should be on the field,
100%.
getting involved with it.
And we get measured on trophies, right? Spurs fans around the world get reminded every day. But why not make a change? I don't get it. I don't get it, Conte. You're the man.
maybe
give
maybe
Kane
he's
the
worried
captain armband.
it'll knock Lloris too much.
Yeah. And you get the
Stripping him.
yips.
Maybe that's in Lloris's contract that that's how you kept him.
What a prima donna.
Well, like, but
it
do you
is.
know what I mean? Like,
But what's the
Yeah.
worst going to happen? We just don't win another trophy. Like,
I think that's
I
what's
agree.
going to happen.
I don't rate Lloris as a captain.
Nah.
Like, I've even with that shit with Son, when you've seen it in All or Nothing, when he was like full on bloom with him, isn't he captain the one supposed to be in the middle? Like, listen, like, calm down. Or is
anyway,
Son the
I
one supposed
love
to
I love
listen?
Lloris. I hope
Anyway,
he's
sorry.
there, but I just opened up a can of worms.
Yeah, like, yeah,
Certainly did.
fucking oath.
Anyway, over to you, Leo.
All
Who's
right,
your
all right,
one?
all right, I'm going to start the back then. We've got a goalkeeper. We'll have Aaron Ramsdale in goals.
Is he captain?
No, you don't have keepers.
Should he be?
You don't have keepers as captains, mate. That's beta team stuff.
Shots
5 years running.
I've got to read these opposite because I wrote them the wrong way. So right back, Ben White, because he didn't play for England, which is a fucking shambles, but we'll get onto that. He should be in that team for sure.
There's a lot of players that
But
should
I'm
be.
glad he's not because he's well rested, good to go for the North London derby. We've got Saliba in right centre back, Gabriel, and then left back. I think Tierney will start this game. I think if Zinchenko's fit, I don't know though.
Maybe come off the bench.
It all depends. Yeah, it all depends on how Arteta wants to set up. As you said, like play safe, or do you want to push that? Especially with him coming off an injury. I think it was only a niggle, but still, I don't know. Like,
They're both coming off injuries, aren't they?
yeah, well, Tierney played last week, I think, but like, it's one of those ones. It's like, do you want a guy that can defend better than he can attack, or a guy that can attack better than he
Yeah.
can defend?
Yeah.
And in this case, who's he going to be up against? Kulusevski.
Yeah,
think.
probably would. Be,
Yeah, he's really good at one-on-one duels.
So you want a fucking all-out defender there.
Yeah.
In the middle, Party, I pray that he's not injured. I think he played for Ghana during the week, but then he had a week. He had the next game off. I'm not sure. He played some minutes. I'm not sure. Xhaka will play box to box as he has. Erdegaard did the same. He played during the week, even though he was injured the week before for us. In our last game, he played for Norway. And then I'm not sure if he played the second game or not. I think he might have, or played some kind of minutes.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But
promising anyway.
hopefully he starts.
Yeah, fantasy.
Because then we got the front three. Saka's just had a fucking blinder for England. So
Came on and changed the game.
came
didn't
on,
he?
changed the game, which
Yep.
he can do. He's one of, I'm telling you, don't get me started. He's one of the best in the world at the moment.
Future knighthood, maybe.
He's a future knighthood.
30 years, you reckon?
I'm telling
He's got a
you.
long way to go, mate.
Jesus in the middle. He also didn't go with Brazil, so that's another. All our three Brazilians, Martinelli, Jesus, Gabriel, all didn't have to go with Brazil. I think Jesus and Gabriel, I don't know, I'm getting off track here, but I think they will go to the World Cup. I don't know about Martinelli, but glad that all three of them are rested.
Yep.
So our front three, formidable. I'm keen to see what that can do.
Goals.
Yes, I think that's the main part out of this is we're going to need goals. And we're going to need... My thing is, right, in the middle, Partey, Xhaka have to play because we have to keep the ball. And that's where Partey comes in because he can keep the ball in tight spaces. So if he doesn't play, that's where I get a little bit concerned because I'm not sure that if these guys press or whatever, how good
Spurs
they...
have scored in the last 10 North London derbies. So we
but
will
you've
probably
lost the
will
last
score. So
I feel like it'll definitely be a case, especially with it being
5+ goals.
hopefully.
Jeez.
5
be
plus
good.
goals.
well, with it being an Arsenal home game and with the sort of style that Tottenham play and Arsenal play, I think it'll be Arsenal not necessarily dominating
Possession.
the game, but probably dominating the ball.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And Spurs sitting back, being tight, and trying to hit on some counter or
And for me, you're playing to our advantage there. If you're playing at home to us, you're going to play like that. That to me is advantage Arsenal instantly.
depends
That's
how well
how
they defend though.
Spurs have been playing that pretty well lately.
Yeah.
But pretty well. We've just been saying how they've been scrapping wins and stuff like that.
Just the
What do you-
goal.
what do you mean? We've been playing-
We've scored the
Hang on,
second amount of goals.
Last
Just
week,
change your
last week
fucking tune, mate.
Last week they did score 6.
Yeah, last week they scored 6. What about the fucking 5 games before it?
I wasn't talking about
Wins a
those
win,
games.
mate.
Yeah, I'm talking about those games.
You're only as good as your last game, right?
Stats.
Speaking of stats, I've actually got a few.
Oh, okay.
All right, so here we go. Arsenal are unbeaten in the North London derby since November 2010 when they lost 3-2 to Spurs. Oh, sorry, at home. At home.
I was like, what games have I fucking missed?
No, that started great.
Yeah, at home. Yeah.
And the other one that I got, this is the first meeting with either Arsenal or Spurs on top of the league since 2007.
Yeah, right.
That's why it feels the way it does.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
That's why,
Because
Feels good.
it's a real relevant game.
Yeah,
it's
it
not
is.
it's not just like a
Fifth versus
a
sixth.
local
Yeah.
like rivalry. You know, you always derbies are always good, but it's a real relevant game to the whole league.
Yeah. And I think, like, for us too,
Draw.
this will be a good test for Xhaka because he's been playing so well, but this game is going to be heightened. There's going to be a lot of feeling in this game.
Well, I actually on that I've got a question for you both. Regarding hotheads.
Yeah.
Like derbies are known for cards. What are you feeling? Like obviously you got Xhaka's.
I honestly just pray, that we don't get a red card because I feel like was
11
it last
yellows.
North London derby we got? There was a red.
It was the last one you didn't win.
Yeah,
It was a draw.
Xhaka got
Emirates
sent
or
off, I
something,
think.
yeah.
And I'm just that's what I mean. Like because we're gonna be in possession of the ball. Hopefully that plays into our advantage. He's not, and he's not.
Yep.
He's no longer playing that holding midfielder.
Yeah,
so
where he's gotta make-
he's not chasing people around, making dogged tackles, diving in. But he does have it in him. But I've noticed this season I don't know whether he's been told like you need to calm down, but he has. I haven't seen him make like a rash tackle, like a proper like. Ooh,
He has changed, hasn't he?
He's
He's
Well,
proven it to Arteta that he can be a
He's,
more level
but that's
player.
he's proven
And
it to
Arteta's
every
taken
manager.
him
There's
out of
no,
those-
there's no manager that has dropped Xhaka when Xhaka's been available.
Yeah.
Out of all the managers that have had him, like Arsene Wenger, Emery, Freddie Ljungberg, and now Arteta, none of them have dropped him when the fan base, like I was guilty of that. I was calling for it, sell him, get rid of him, go, drop him, do something.
Just multiple times we'd be watching a North London derby and it'd be like 30 minutes in and Jack would get a red.
It's just
It'd be like
it was just them cheap mistakes, and he's rectified that. And I think this will be a good test for him, because if he can go into this, and the Emirates will be on fire, because like we've played some like good games.
Someone will come out and shh.
We've played some.
Library.
We've played
Quiet,
some.
please.
No, listen. Not
with the Spurs front
fucking
three, mate.
listen. For 1 second. Obviously, you haven't watched any
Fireworks.
Arsenal games this fucking year, because the Emirates has been rocking. I don't know if any of you have any of you
Yeah.
seen it? It's been going off, and like this is easily the biggest game of the Emirates of the year. So I
Yep.
can't imagine
Yeah.
the fucking
Oh,
atmosphere. That's
it'll
gonna
be a good
in there.
atmosphere, 100%.
Fantastic, man.
So yeah, I'm keen to see Xhaka play in there. Actually, I think
I was going to say, like, he's been taken out of that role of being the holding mid whose job it is to sit and to make the tackles and to bust up the play, and that's probably been a godsend for him, because he's
Absolutely.
out of those situations.
Yep.
So that could be a masterstroke from Arteta there.
Exactly.
Any hot heads for you
our
that you're worried
hothead's
about?
Cutie Romero. So he loves early and big games, making a big, strong challenge. I fucking love him, but he's the danger, I think. The rest of them are quite
I think
mature
Son
and
too.
level-headed.
I think
Son used to be.
Son
Not in
can-
the last couple of years. I think he's
had
really
a fucking
matured.
couple of hacks in his life. I'll tell you that much.
How
Not-
about
not
if
recently,
Charleston
mate.
comes on and gets
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Now we're
shout.
talking.
I hope
Now
someone
we're
chops
talking.
that
So,
dog.
No way. Fucking love him. So if he comes on the 70th and we're down, I know. If we're down, I hope he's more mature than that. But if we're level or something, he's definitely got it in him to fuck it up.
Yeah,
Do
well,
you reckon he'll throw a flare back into the crowd?
Oh,
makes for a good photo, that's for sure.
I think good story.
Now,
for the group.
now, did you have some more questions
I
for
did-
us?
I
I
did
feel
do
like you had some
a couple
questions
other
to
questions.
Yeah,
light,
please,
light
mate.
the desk up.
Key battles on the park. Where do we see it? What's like some, sometimes there's just key battles between a couple of
Yep.
players, and that can win or lose the game depending on how they go. So,
Yep.
got any key battles that you
I've
you
got
can
some
see
beef.
there?
You want to go first? You got
yeah,
some?
I'll go first,
We
mate.
might have the same, to be honest.
Probably would.
Maybe. So the first one for me would be Odegaard against our two defensive midfielders. I think
That's an interesting one.
it will tempt us, I think, to the heat, the mental crowd will tempt those two to try to push forward. But I think if Odegaard keeps us on our toes, they'll sit in, and whoever wins that battle. I think if he can play through balls through to Jesus, Dyer's good at stopping through balls, but I feel like it's won at that defensive blocking the back three. I think
Yeah.
if they can go away to the Emirates and really boss it and not let Odegaard create any through balls, I think we could win it.
So it's the midfield
I-
for you. The midfield's going to win the game.
Midfield's definitely going to be a battle, for sure.
with Spurs, like if you've watched Spurs the last few years, once it goes to the front three on a counter, we fucking score. Like the quality up there is insane, but in big games, you think Arsenal are going to stand up and not let that happen. So I think it's going to be one in the
See,
defensive
here's my
midfield.
point with you saying that, right, is where I would, if Zinchenko's fit, which I still don't know, he might not even be fit, but if he's fit, that's where I'd be tempted to put him in there, because he then comes in as the third in that midfield, like floating in and out,
Yeah.
and then overruns the midfield, especially if we're in possession of the ball. So then you've got Partey, Xhaka, and Zinchenko in there, taking over that midfield, and that's where Erdegaard will just slip in between the lines and you lose him. That's
Yeah.
where
That's where-
where that big test will come for Benfica
Yep.
and Højbjerg, if they can manage to fucking get that under control. That's the biggest thing for me, because if we slip Zinni in there and then it starts like getting overrun and we've just got possession of the ball, could be a world of hurt.
That's my prediction. And if we watch back the highlights and Spurs lose, I think it will be through balls through the midfield, cutting our defenders if they're tempted to push forward and not play our counter game.
So my big battle, where key points where I think we need to win the battle, he's done it all year. He's had some tough tests already. Ben White, he's up against Son. He's got to keep him quiet.
Yeah.
And I know he's playing on the counter, but like even when you're coming forward, Ben White's got to be on his game. He has been playing outstanding. So I have all faith in him that he can do that job well. So that's a big one for me. And for you, I think it's the same, the opposite, fucking Saka and Perisic. Like, especially if Perisic is getting right up there, if if you don't have, we've seen it this year, like they have to have multiple people on Saka, because you see what he did in the England game. Just come
Yeah.
and you change it. If you're not all over Saka, he will change the game. in a heartbeat. So I think that
And that would be
that
Lenglet's side.
right hand side is going to be one hell of a matchup.
Yeah,
I think.
we usually have Ben Davies back there. I don't know if he's injured or, but I didn't do my
Playing
research on
like
him.
in left centre half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to block that. But
Yeah.
we've got Foster and Lenglet. If they both play, it's Foster's debut. I think that's a good shout. That we might be inexperienced, or at least they don't know each other's game.
Yeah.
I don't see Foster and Lenglet knowing each other's game to
No.
play that
And
out.
that's something that you guys can exploit.
Playing out from the back, yeah. And that's the other thing too. We can play out from the back well now. Like Saliba on the ball, comfortable as. And saying that, the other side, Martinelli, he's an absolute electric.
Ramsdale's good with distribution too.
He is. He's risky. He can be risky, but you want that. You're
All
gonna
the
have,
good keepers are.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. you
Like
have
we've
to have
seen
that.
gaps from Allison, like Edison,
Yeah.
like
You can't
Mendy
expect-
the other week.
Yeah, you can't expect
It
a
happens.
goalkeeper to play like aggressive, like brave balls
Yeah.
forward without one
Occasionally
getting
one.
caught out.
Well, the thing
every
is,
now and
like
then.
if you're centre mid and you play a brave pass forward and it gets cut out, it gets cut out,
Yeah.
and you
Who
reset.
cares?
If you keeper and it gets cut out,
Doggo's having a good time out there.
okay. What are you doing? Yeah, if you're a keeper and it gets cut out, it can result in a goal against you like that. You
Yeah.
know? That's the thing they always say: strikers can miss 20 opportunities,
Yep.
score one goal, and they're man of the match.
Yep.
Goalkeepers or centre halves can have the game of their lives, make one mistake,
Yeah,
and they're panned.
and I think
Except for Harry Maguire, he's shocking.
the last point I'll bring up, right, is if Foster plays, even if Lloris is, and we're going to try and press you guys. If we try and press, we have to get the press right. It has to be executed because, to my point, where will the game be lost if we don't execute that and we give away cheap ball or we can't
Yeah.
contain that and they just play through us and you're on the counter. Like, don't get me wrong, I have faith in our back four, but when you got Son, Kane, and Kulusevski running at you, yeah, it's a bit daunting.
Yeah. It's formidable. It's
Yeah.
it's a great front.
And we can play well out the back. Dyer through to Bentancur can take it and turn. So I'm confident that
There's a
it will
hot
be
head for
good-
you, Dyer.
He's-
He fires up a bit.
Yeah,
North
he's-
London
Remember when he
Derby, I
ran into
fucking
the
hate him.
stand
Yeah,
in that game? And-
yeah.
He has been good. He has
Every
been good the
Arsenal
last couple
fan
years.
will hate Dyer, so like he'll be getting G'd up massively.
Yeah,
at
I'm
the
really
Emirates.
excited. I just hope it's a good game. You hate when it's the early game, the whole world's watching. It's a fucking 0-0.
Fellas, can we calm down out there, please?
Might have to take a break and deal with these
They're,
puppies.
they're fired up for the game, I reckon.
Arsenal, no Tottenham.
Do you want to take a break, put them in?
What, in
we
the,
can
in
just-
the pod?
Yeah, we can just cut it after what Jake just said.
We're on a roll here. What do you reckon? They've quieted down. Let's keep going.
More Arsenal.
My other point to you is Kane just got played into the ground for England. 2 90-minute spells, was it not? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
But over 10 days, though.
Still,
A man in peak physical condition should be able to do that. I don't think that's an excuse.
And he'll be fine. He scored the most North London Derby goals, or the most London Derby goals of any player, I think 13. So he gets up for it. It's Harry Kane, future night.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God, he's
You make
not.
me ill.
Did you have any more questions in there, Figos? For-
Well, I had where's it won and lost, but I feel like we sort of covered.
where do you
that.
think it's going to be lost? Where will you
For
lose it?
Spurs defensive midfield, because I'm so
okay.
confident in Son, Kane and Kulu. So,
All right, well,
Look, it's going to be a cracking game,
predictions.
no doubt about
predictions?
yes, I hope 3-2 Spurs. But I think 1-1.
Oh,
it. I'm calling a draw. That's my prediction. I can't see either.
you're
team.
just an Arsenal hater, though, so that's that's accepted.
What?
No,
Don't-
no,
the
no.
victim mentality over here. How
No,
am I an
because you
Arsenal
make
hater?
out like you're an Arsenal sympathiser sometimes, and you're not. You're
Why do
not.
you think I'm an? We'll talk
You're
about
not.
this later.
No,
right?
you're
We'll
not.
talk about
You're
it
not.
right
No,
now.
let's talk about it now.
Well, why do you think I'm a hater?
I just think that even the top four, mate, you haven't even given us a shout for top four this year.
I'm
And you're
not
like, oh, I don't hate Arsenal, but you're a shit. Like, I can't help it. Sorry.
He's just an intelligent man.
I hate City. I hate United. I don't hate Arsenal.
I'm not saying you hate us. I never
You
said
just
never said
you
that.
just said I'm an Arsenal hater. Fake fucking news over here. Change your name in the
Saying
group
you're
chat.
not a sympathiser.
Yeah.
I just-
He's a non-Arsenal
You're-
sympathiser.
I don't mind Arsenal or Spurs, to be honest.
All right, so you
See, I was saying before, I would not. You couldn't pay me to watch United or City. I'm sorry, United City fans, but being a Liverpool fan, I fucking hate both of your teams.
Yeah, fuck
If you're in the early game, I watch the Championship. It's more entertaining. Don't give a fuck. I'll watch League One. I'll probably fucking watch replays of Leo playing centre back for Colin Wageman threes before I watch a Manchester game. All right.
To be fair, they're quality
don't
highlights.
like them, but. I'll watch Arsenal and Spurs. I like those sorts of games. I don't mind you guys' teams unless you're playing us. But I think it's going to be a draw. I just can't see one team beating the other.
All right, fair. Django?
I think 3-3. I'm going to follow
Another
the
draw.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Everyone's
But
calling
it's going to
draw.
be a seesaw.
Look, your heart would, like most people would say a draw because we're neck and neck, obviously, top of the table.
It just feels like it'll be a good game.
Yeah, just no red cards, no VAR, and we'll be fucking happy.
I think there's going to be an early goal and a very late goal.
I hope not. I hate late
devastation.
goals. I think 3-1 to the Arsenal. Ooh, yeah.
All right, well, we spent a long time on that game.
Well, it's the biggest game of the season, boys. Fire up.
And that's episode
And it's the
9.
first time since 2007,
And we're
right?
Yeah, since 2000.
25 minutes on it. It's
20,
granted.
26
look.
now.
Massive game. Up the Arsenal. Fuck Tottenham. What do we think of Tottenham,
Fuck
fellas?
off.
Yeah, thanks, Jake.
I just hope everyone has fun.
That's a song.
I hope the dominance continues. 5 years on top of them. Fuck, keep it going.
Mate.
Please.
Did you get, how many trophies did you get for that?
Don't live in the past,
They got a Harry Kane knighthood.
Yeah,
talking
do you
about a
get,
current streak.
trophies to finish on above? Like top 4 finish?
Conte,
trophy.
get Kane the armband so we win a trophy and shut these out.
Language. We're going to have to beat that out. That's,
No, we'll let it
fuck's all
fly.
right, but geez, that's a little bit.
Sorry, everyone.
All right. Well, after that, we'll take a bit of a break and we'll come back preview the rest of the games.
All right.
All right. So next on the agenda, we have the Manchester Derby, Manchester City versus Manchester United. What do we think, fellas? Any thoughts on this? Obviously, Nudo doesn't give a fuck.
Broken legs, red cards, please.
Look, it's a massive game, no doubt about that.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it is. 100%. Because, remember how United started the season and everyone was writing them off
Yeah.
and how they've turned it around?
Yeah.
Like, they're currently sitting where, Ethan?
5th.
They're only 1 point off being in the top 4. Obviously, depending on what happens in the Arsenal-Spurs game, City might need to win.
Yep.
They may. Obviously, if Spurs get a result, they technically don't. But if they want to, get back on top, so it's a massive game for that reason. And I think that United are a chance in this game.
A chance, you reckon?
Yeah, 100%. I just think
right.
that I feel like in a derby, there's always it's always.
Form goes out the window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it always aligns more and becomes more even.
Yep.
It always does because players, they might say I'll put in 100% every week, but in a derby they fucking definitely do.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they get panned and pulled off at halftime. So I think it's a massive game.
Yeah, City are massive favourites. It's
Yeah, they
ridiculous.
should be massive.
No one's giving United a chance, but yeah, I'm with you. I think
They need the win, City.
I think
It's
United
not
can
Well-
cause an upset, eh?
Yeah.
not like usual seasons where it's City Liverpool. This is if City lose,
City do need
they
to win.
could be 3
Yeah.
3 or 4 points by 5 points behind. So they're going to be playing like they need to win, and I hope Manchester United win.
If United win, and we can get a result in the North London derby, that's massive for us because then you just gap the top against City,
Yeah.
which is insane.
Yeah, you start getting more than one win ahead. It gives you that game up your sleeve. Where you can have a bad
honestly-
result.
I think City at home, I don't see them losing to this United side.
Do you think that United can be found out here for what they really are?
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I'm gonna
City
I'm
can
gonna
do that to
say
anyone.
I'm gonna say everyone on the
not a
hate
question.
train about old Lissandro Martinez. I mean, he's gonna get found out when he gets put up against Haaland. You want to hope him and Varane are firing all cylinders because fucking Haaland will just body the both of them and go straight through them. So for me,
4 foot nothing, fucking Martinez.
and the other thing too is I don't know if any of you've seen the whole thing with Haaland about wanting to play United because of
Oh, what happened to his dad?
Roy Keane,
Yeah.
pretty much ending his old man's career.
And an Alf's career back in the day.
Yeah,
know that.
yeah, he
Chopped
like
him.
chopped
Terrible
him.
tackle.
So the story is
He did have a few bad tackles, old Keane.
He's a hack.
Well,
He's a flog.
I think Roy Keane went, they were going challenge to challenge. I think it was when he played for, who did Alf play for? I think, was it Leeds maybe?
Yeah, I think he played for Leeds.
I think he was playing for Leeds, and him and Roy Keane were going for a ball together, and Keane went down with a knee injury. Like, I think he tore his ACL. Like, kept him out of the game for ages. Anyway, fucking old Alfie thought he was faking it, so got over the top of him, gave a big gobful. Then the next time they played each other, Roy Keane deliberately come through with one vicious old tackle and completely destroyed old Alfie's knee. Didn't really ever recover from that injury. And Haaland, don't forget.
Yeah.
I think he wants to get revenge for his old man. So
On who, but
on United.
Maguire.
just in goals form, you reckon?
Yeah, like he just wants to go out there and just obliterate United, which, you know, he's in the form that he can probably
Well, if he's-
single-handedly
if he's
do it.
As much of a City fan as every City fan claims he is, he should want that irrespective of what happened to his old man.
Very true.
Yeah, all right, but that's a bit of added extra spice.
I'm just saying, it's not a dig at your story, mate. I enjoyed it.
I'm just saying, like, if it's added extra spice to the whole thing. And I think for him, he's looking at Martinez and Varane, combo that have struck up a nice combination here. But I'm telling you, he's in the form that if he gets the balls where they need to put them, and you got KDB delivering them,
Strings.
strings is right.
No strings.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I just think, I mean, fuck, I could be wrong. City could just destroy him. Fucking.
I just
5-0
don't see
like
where
that.
I don't see where United are better on the park to win this game over City.
I think mentally, it's just like a bit of a free hit. No one expects United to do anything, and they can just go away. They can lose this. And it's not a, you know.
Coming into the game against us, it was the same scenario. Like, although we weren't in the form that City are
don't-
in,
yeah, that's my-
on the park. Like, we should have been easily beaten them.
I'm talking about right now, current form. There's no one on that park in the United side that you could say would walk into the City side.
Not 1-on-1, but United started 0 from 3 and now they're 5th. So I reckon they're, based on form, they're on the up. When was the last time they didn't win?
Listen, I don't care. All right? I don't
Mate,
care.
we're coming up with solutions to your question.
I don't care. I think City 3, United 0.
Yeah.
I
That's
reckon
my prediction.
I think it'll be a draw.
Look, a draw's good for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I reckon 2-1 United.
What? Outlandish. Outlandish.
I'm going to have 2.
Oh, here we go. This is going to be even worse.
2-0 United or the more likely occurrence, 4-0 City.
You can't fucking do that.
Well, I just fucking did.
I'm going to predict that City win or United win or it's a draw.
Yeah. Easy. Call me Michael Owen.
Anyway.
Whoever scores,
Whoever scores the most
a chance
goals
of winning.
will win the game.
Look,
in
if
my
you're a
prediction.
City or a United fan or probably a lot of neutrals, you're probably very up for the game, but I just can't get excited for that.
Oh, look.
no, we'll be elsewhere.
Yeah, we'll be elsewhere. Very far elsewhere. All right, moving on. Liverpool, Brighton. That's going to be a good game, I reckon.
Yeah, well,
Be interesting to see, how Brighton go with their new manager. New manager bounce. You didn't want to play Chelsea for the new manager bounce. And now got Brighton on a new manager.
different sort of new manager though, because it's not.
Oh, come on, mate.
Well, are you going to let me answer any questions, or is this the fucking
Come
Leo
on,
show?
mate. How is it any different?
Because Chelsea brought in. You get a manager bounce when your manager gets sacked from poor results. Brighton have been killing it, and then he's left them for someone else. That's not a bounce.
I don't know. You'll find out, I guess.
Well, we will find out. But you asked me my fucking opinion.
Sorry.
That's what it is.
So Brighton are coming 4th, Liverpool 8th. So it's a big game for Liverpool.
On paper, we should be beating them, hands down. I'm confident about it. I think we had a good result against Ajax in the Champions League. We haven't had anyone come back injured from international duty. We have players coming back from injury. We've had a good 2 weeks at the AXA Training Centre to work on these on the issues that we were having, and
Yeah.
I believe that we're on the up, and Brighton, Lewis and Potter are probably on the down. So
You confident, Jake?
Sure.
That's a definite
That does
no.
not sound confident.
That's a definite no.
I'm hedging my bets.
Well, what do you?
If-
What do you
What's your
boys think?
read?
Oh,
I think we'll get it. I think not playing for a bit, I think it's going to do us wonders.
yeah.
Yeah,
And yeah, as you alluded to, the win against Ajax was big.
yeah.
It could always
So
go
I
one or
think
two ways not playing, isn't it? It's
Yeah, we
strange.
could win or we could lose.
Yeah,
Michael.
it could be good. Sometimes they may be good. Sometimes they may be shit.
It's hard to say because we're not on like a really good run of form or a really bad run of form.
No, for
and we
me-
haven't watched fucking Premier League football for like 2.
Yeah, I don't feel
We
like
actually we
ages,
haven't
eh?
had a home. We haven't played Premier League because you got to remember the Queen passed.
Yeah.
So there was that round postponed for that weekend, and then we were away to Chelsea, and that got postponed, and then we had the 10-day international break.
Yeah.
We haven't played a game in fucking yonks,
We're thirsty.
It's
Oh, fuck it.
so it's
it's
so
been
it's
a
hard to
rough
like.
crop for us content creators, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
So it's hard. It's not like we can sit here and go, oh, the last 3 results over 7 days of this for Liverpool, this
Yeah.
is their run of form. Like, it's too fucking hard to say.
Yeah.
So-
Look, if I'm Brighton, I'm up for this game massive. They're in good form, 4th on the table. Liverpool haven't been playing that great. I think Liverpool have the advantage of, as you said, rested.
Yep.
Got some players back.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a great game. I think, and Liverpool at home. Did I say that? I think that plays into your
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
a
I think
lot,
it plays
especially
into those too, yeah.
especially after a big break of not playing.
Yeah.
Crowd will be itching to get back in the stadium, light it up. But my prediction, I'm going to go 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, Alexis McAllister.
Big bounce back from me. I reckon 3-0 Liverpool.
Ooh, okay.
Thanks, mate. I like that.
Is anyone writing these predictions down?
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll rewatch that.
We're going to rewatch it go over it. What did you say, Jake? Did you give a score prediction?
I didn't, but I reckon 2-0.
2-0 to Brighton. Nice.
No. Honestly, I'd prefer to play Brighton than a cellar dweller though, because they're a good team.
Well, no, you're right. Like, you want to...
Like they'll attack.
Yeah, they're going to come out a bit and give us some space and allow players like Diaz and Salah to, like, have something to do. Whereas when you're not in great form
Yeah.
and you come up against a team who go, like
fucking
5-5-1 and just sit, it can be fucking hard to break it down.
So you
when
think
you're
it's
not
going to be
in
easier
form.
for you?
I'm not saying it's going to be easier for us, but I agree with what Jake's saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if they come out a bit, it'll help. It'll
Yep.
play in our hands a
2-0
bit.
and Darwin scores.
2-0 and Darwin scored. Isn't he a terrible signing? He's been a shocker.
Fucking give him some time.
Yeah. I don't think you can write him
Goal, a
off.
red card. Like
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm writing him off.
if he scores more goals than
What do they
red
call it?
cards-
What do they call
Big
the
prediction?
Timberland touch? He looks like he's wearing Timberlands. His first touch.
Haven't heard that
It's
one,
honking.
mate.
Anyway, well, you should look it up.
Why would I?
Well, you don't
Make
actually
me
know what. You're not going to have to
Shan't
look.
be doing
You're not going to
that.
have to look it up because you'll see it on Saturday night or whenever you fucking play.
You want to talk about fucking hating on teams?
I'm in for one today, boys. I'm in for one.
Look,
I'm fired up.
If you're
go Tottenham.
writing off players after 9 games, then you're fucking as bad as the English media.
Yeah, cool.
You probably write articles about Meghan Markle.
Call me the sun. I don't care. I'm writing him off. You can all kiss my ass in 28 games or whatever when it comes true.
You don't even know how many games are left in the season.
I was close. All right.
I'll laugh at 28 games when you haven't won. Because the season's not over.
All right. Anyway, moving on. Bournemouth, Brentford. Is
Brentford.
this second game of the round? Yeah. No,
Brentford win.
yeah, Brentford. Got to go with
win.
Brentford there.
Yep. Agreed.
Crystal Palace, Chelsea.
Ooh, decent game this one.
Decent
Go
game.
Palace.
Yeah, Palace at home. Chelsea. Well, apparently, I've seen something during the week that Chelsea are like almost confirmed to be signing Ronaldo in the January transfer window.
Don't.
So, oh my
Are
god,
you serious?
Yeah.
And then who's gonna buy Chelsea when old mate gets fucked off?
Oh, like if that's
Old mate's
if that's
fucking
like if that's
Yeah.
true, like
Well, yeah, he still thinks KDB and fucking Salah went through Cobham.
How about his North versus South suggestion?
oh mate, don't get me started. on
let's get
that.
Arsenal and Spurs players and Liverpool and Man United players
Yeah,
to
don't
pull on the
get
same
me
kit together
started
and
on that.
enjoy. What a fucking idiot!
But like, not only that, like
He's trying to take over Legends of the North.
they play enough games as it is anyway.
Oh,
like,
100%.
These poor
Like,
bastards, you're going to make him play a spectacle I like, and they say instead of the you said instead of the Community Shield or whatever, the Community Shield's a fucking
Bin lid.
Steeped in history and part
yeah.
of the
It's
game.
not.
Bin lid.
It's a
It's
trophy.
like
Premier
when they
League
were
is
talking
perfect.
about.
Just
It's like
don't
when they were
change
talking
it.
about the
Exactly.
the 39th game to be played overseas.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
like there's
fuck.
just
Like, what fucking moron came up with that as a suggestion?
how much more money do these people need though? You know what I mean? Like,
Todd, don't mess with the fucking game, all right? It's
yeah.
a privilege that you're allowed into it.
Yeah.
Like, go fucking bring in your stupid
Bring
ideas.
back the war criminal.
where is he? He's
Roman.
gone. All right, so everyone got a prediction. I'm going Crystal Palace.
I'm going Chelsea.
Palace.
Palace.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
Love a good derby at Selhurst Park.
yeah,
So
the London
good.
derby, nice. Fulham versus Newcastle.
It's at Craven
It's
Cottage,
a
so I think
tough-
that plays into Fulham's hands.
Yeah, it's a
bit.
tough one to
Yeah.
call. It depends what Newcastle turn up, I guess. They've been
Yeah.
a bit hot and cold, so
I'm calling a draw in that one. I think Fulham at home are too good, but not good at, and Newcastle have too much for me. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm calling a draw.
and I don't think Newcastle
it.
have any international players that they would have had. Like, well, both teams probably would have had like a
Oh,
couple
they-
of weeks off.
Yeah, they would have had a few, but not a great. I mean, Chris Wood for Newcastle, not that he's starting
this
to travel all the way out.
tough one
to-
for me, man. I like Fulham this
Australasia.
year. I think they're a good side. Newcastle also a good 2-2 draw.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Fulham. What time's it on? I'd love to watch that one.
Midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like all those middle games on at midnight.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'll probably watch the derby or Liverpool.
All right, so we said
100%.
Liverpool, Brighton have been done. Southampton versus Everton.
Draw.
Fucking
What a
nil
game!
all.
What a game! What do we
Draw my
reckon?
eyelids.
Well, Everton are coming.
My eyelids shut.
They're going to be close.
Everton are coming off a win last round.
And they'll be coming off a loss.
I just
Go Southampton.
I've actually picked a lot of draws this week because there's just a few games where I just
It's
Can't say
tough,
someone
man.
will
Like,
Three wins,
we're,
7
we're
draws.
predicting games after not seeing Premier League for almost 3 weeks. Like, who the fuck knows what's going to happen?
After that, I
Not
reckon
us.
a few teams are going to come back and surprise. So I'm going to say Everton after a big break. They've sat down and they've had to think about themselves. They thought, this can't be how we live our lives anymore.
We are shit.
they just won.
we can't be like this any
Yeah,
longer.
1 point.
We should quit.
1 point for a win. What fucking world do you live in?
No, 1 win.
One win.
I didn't want to just say 1-1.
1-1.
Who
Yeah,
won?
Getcha.
you know what? I'm going to come with you, Beef. I'm going to go Everton for a win there in a time.
Hell no.
3-2. I'm going to say they're going to be. They're
3-2?
finally. They're going to get some goals.
How-
Yeah.
I was going to say, how the fuck are they going to score 3 goals?
Yeah, that's a good point. I actually don't
Are we,
fucking
are
know.
we talking about over 3 weeks?
It's going to be a draw. It's going to be a
Yeah.
1-1 draw.
0-0. West Ham United versus Wolves.
It's going to be a draw.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it is.
You're like a Woody doll.
Oi,
It's
oi.
going to be a draw.
I'm smelling more draws too.
Yeah, it's just
I've actually
trash
I
to
picked
come.
a few winners in those.
What?
Yeah.
There's some trash to come, isn't
Fucking
there?
crazy, man.
West Ham versus Wolves. I'm gonna take Wolves there. West Ham United have been bang average this season.
We certainly have.
I think, like I said with Everton, after a break, West Ham will come back and get a win.
Did West
Declan
Ham
Rice.
have any? Did Declan Rice play
Yeah, he played for England, yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't help. England, we'll get to that, but England, oh my.
Mediocre as a West Ham.
Leeds versus Aston Villa.
Draw.
I'm going Villa on that. They're on. They are.
Villa.
Well, they had the draw against City, and then they won their last game. It's going to be a turnaround in form for them. And
Stevie
since
saved his job.
since Leeds lost Rodrigo, they haven't looked too good. It's like they're lacking something there. And
Goals.
oh yeah, I reckon
Lacking
Villa.
Rodrigo.
yeah, lacking Rodrigo. Yeah,
Well,
I think Villa.
If Stevie wants to keep his job, he needs to keep winning. I would say.
Yeah.
I don't think drawing is.
No, I think it'll be tight, but I think that Villa will edge it.
Yeah.
They've got quality on the park. They just need to start
But they
using it.
weren't gelling, and then it wasn't gelling, and then
Yeah.
it's been a bit weird, hasn't
Been
it?
hot and cold
Yeah.
for the villains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last
Prince William won't be happy.
No. Last game of the round, Leicester versus Nottingham Forest.
Two battlers of the season.
Two fucking
Leicester come good for me.
battlers. Surely Leicester have to
Vardy's
do
brace.
something at some point. Like as you just said, like on paper, defensively, I think they're a shambles.
Leicester.
Yeah.
They were atrocious last
Like-
week. We destroyed them.
And to get rid of
Son destroyed
Casper and not have like a replace, they got rid of him late in that window,
Yeah.
eh? So
And they lost Fofana too to Chelsea.
well, yeah,
late.
Fofana's gone look, they're a shambles.
Madison's going to go probably.
I can't see Leicester winning that. I can see Forest winning it because they've been close
Hmm.
in games, but I feel like their chemistry because they signed like 2 teams just hasn't been there.
Yeah.
But I think Leicester, they're on a downward spiral. They got smashed by Spurs just before the break. Like Rodgers, I don't think is
Next
long
to be
left in the
sacked.
job.
Yeah.
I can't see him like Forest will do him.
If is that good?
Are they our new sponsor?
Please. That's my fruit.
Leicester, I think they've probably only got a couple of games left to turn their season around because if they don't in the next few games, it's all over for Leicester. I think.
I can't see 'em going-
bold prediction.
I
is-
can't see him going down, but
You can't.
nah, I don't
Why?
think they'll go because
Too much money.
To be honest,
I feel like their clubs are they not in are they in debt?
No, I don't think they're in debt. I think that if they're going like,
Well, they can't buy anyone. They haven't bought anyone.
yeah, but is that because of money or because of Rodgers being like stubborn?
Surely you can't tell me Brendan Rodgers he's not a bad manager. You can't tell me sit tight. We're sweet. We got enough players.
As in Rodgers said that.
Yeah, is that what you're saying? Like Rodgers didn't want more players?
Maybe no one wanted to go there. You
Surely you can find someone that wants to play in the Premier League.
Yeah, but it comes back to that point. It comes back to that point. Do you just sign anyone for the sake of signing anyone? Maybe any of
that's
their
not-
targets didn't want to come in. They're
He
like,
did
well, we're not
sign
going to
fucking
waste
Balotelli
money.
at Liverpool.
Look, man. I honestly
Maybe
think
he learnt.
I honestly think
Don't sign.
they don't have money because they've let these players go. They haven't even thought about they never they let Schmeichel go without even thinking about trying to replace him. That's where you buy someone for the sake of buying them. You know what I mean? Even if it's a loan deal, you do something. You don't just be because Schmeichel was a good fucking keeper too.
I know what you're saying.
That's a massive hole. Fofana was unfortunate. They lost him late. So
Yeah, well, they lost him
not
late,
much you
couldn't
can do
replace
about
him,
that.
yeah.
But they had to add something somewhere. I just think they're hard up for cash, to be honest. I think
I don't know. Yeah.
If
So-
they don't win 2 or 3 before the World Cup, they're in strife.
Yeah. But in saying that, World Cup could be a blessing or for them. You never know. Anyway, that's the games of the round. Moving on, when we want to have some of our favourite segment here, Figos. Some Figs Fun Football Facts.
What we should do is Jake goes figs, fun, football, facts. Next time we'll practice it
Okay.
like a barbershop quartet.
Oh, God.
So,
The B blunts.
hey,
The B blunts.
the big one. So, God, I've missed football. You know what I miss about football? Playing it. But you
Yeah.
know what I don't miss about playing football?
Knee injuries.
Well, yeah, that's one thing. No, there's really early
Training.
games.
Yeah, I can tell you a lot of things
yeah.
that I don't miss.
Losing.
Getting hacked by Deros. Fucking hell.
Trying to take a corner.
I get heckled. No,
Being compared to fucking Royale.
kick clashes is what I was going to say.
Kick clashes.
Kick clashes. I always remember you'd play
Why didn't I
Sinclair.
think
They're
of
like bright yellow, where Colo was bright yellow and
Kit clashes.
kick clashes.
I thought you said kick clashes. And I'm
When you're
thinking,
both going for the ball.
yeah, that's what I thought. Because I've seen you be in a few of them where you both kick the ball at the same time.
Yeah.
I loved them once.
Yeah, I know.
Popped the ball once.
50-50s, you love.
50-50s.
Studs up.
Okay.
Any Colo Cougars out there, comment. You know what I'm talking about.
Anyway, kick clashes. That's one thing I didn't love. There was a few teams in our comp that exactly the same colour and, being local football leagues, no one ever had an away kit.
No.
So you'd see that quite often, wouldn't you?
We did.
Yeah.
Well, after a long time, but did we ever take our away
Yeah, we-
kit to an away
we
game?
did not.
Exactly.
We didn't take half our players to an away game. Now we
It was fucking a bright black kit.
bright black.
Yeah.
There you go. You heard it first.
Happy goth.
Happy goth.
Happy gothic kit. It was black, and then half the time it's sunny and it's fucking hot. And I'm like, what genius came up with this as an idea? But anyway, kick clashes, right? Didn't like
Is there
it.
a fact coming here?
There is coming, but you guys keep on fucking interjecting.
Fact is, he doesn't like them.
Sorry, go.
That's the fun football fact. No. What I'm saying is quite common for kit clashes in
Sunday
our
league.
level.
Yeah.
Do you think it ever happened in the Premier League?
Yes.
When they rocked up and they're like, oh shit, we brought the wrong kit.
Well,
100%.
yes. Chelsea did that in April 1997 versus Coventry.
Versus Coventry. Yeah.
Yep, away at Highfield Road, which is Coventry's ground. They forgot their away kit. So Coventry playing sky blue and Chelsea playing, I don't know,
Royal
blue. Yeah. And Chelsea forgot their away kit.
Right.
Ruud Gillett was the coach at the time and insisted that Coventry wear their away kit. Coventry refused and said, no, we're the home team. You can get
Fuck
fucked.
you, Chelsea.
So Coventry might be, I don't know, 2 hours drive from Chelsea.
Right. The kit man.
It's not that far. Surely you'd sort something out, send the chopper back. No, you know what they did?
What?
They played in Coventry's away kit.
In the Premier League.
In the Premier
Classic
League.
Sunday league
How
bullshit.
good is that?
Someone must have got fucking sacked. Though.
Yeah, I was going to say, what
forgot
happened,
our
what happened
jerseys?
to the kit man? The kit man's gone. That 80-year-old man hobbling around like washing people's jerseys.
So, yeah,
Gone.
Chelsea were forced to play in Coventry's away kit.
Yeah, nice.
And, classic. And I actually remember that another one popped into my head in the A-League where Brisbane Roar versus Adelaide United away at Adelaide, and Brisbane playing orange and Adelaide in red, and Brisbane forgot their away kit. You know what they did? They just played in the orange kit. It was the hardest fucking game to watch ever. You couldn't tell who was who.
Yeah, that's the
I
worst.
remember
Even
that.
like some teams, like when they're similar colours but like striped and not striped.
You see that in the AFL all the time.
Like,
Like, I'm
yeah.
just like, how can you fucking like?
Even Premier League sometimes, like it's hard to like get a grasp on
Yeah.
who's who. Like obviously on the field you can probably tell it easy, but watching it, especially
With our old eyes.
without my glasses, I'm just like, oh, it's cooked.
It's funny you say that though. I'm pretty sure Chelsea did that again, but it was in a.
Who is their kit man?
Yeah, he's fucking sacked.
Ethan
again.
was their kit man. That's sick.
I'm a
But I think they did it
man.
on like an international. What do they do when you're playing like preseason friendlies and all that kind of
Oh,
stuff?
yeah, like the
and I think
International
they
Champions
use
Cup.
their training jerseys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Like I remember
Yeah.
one time Liverpool played in I think it was away to Arsenal. We had that grey checkered shirt.
Yeah.
But then we wore like fucking red shorts and socks.
You've had some pretty trash
Like
kits in the time.
I think that they must have forgot the shorts and shirts.
I think we can all say we've all had some pretty fucking trash kids.
Oh, me.
Oh no, not Arsenal. The sun shines out of their fucking ass. If you haven't worked that one out yet.
Not me. Have you ever seen a shit Arsenal kit?
Yeah.
What?
The pink
Oh,
one.
I'm sure I could Google
What
it.
pink one?
Shit, Arsenal
Last
jerseys.
year's third kid. It was terrible.
Do you really have Arsenal
Jesus,
glasses on
I've
that
seen
bad?
Jesus in it. It was
Our pink kit is fucking lit.
Oh my dear lord.
It's lit, fam. You
Now,
kidding me?
why are you talking like
I'm
that?
telling you. The bruise. Don't come at me with the bruised banana over here googling it, you fucking loser. Yeah, that's
fucking
classic. That's a training shirt. You fucking dope.
It's fucking horrible. Who are you? Fucking Jamaica?
We're Brazil. Have you not seen all the players in our team?
That's
Anyway.
Arsenal aren't perfect, mate. I
are
know you can't handle
Arsenal
that.
are the greatest club
Oh, no,
to ever
they're
grace
not.
Not even the
Premier
greatest in
League.
North
they
London.
are not.
Well, moving on. Where are
Or
we
South
going?
London?
Where are
Or
we
London?
going? Where are we
Anyway,
going?
that's the end of the fact. Leo fucking derailed it. with
Absolutely
Arsenal.
derailed that segment, didn't I?
It wasn't Fig's fun facts. It was
Do you want some
Fig's.
football news? Delph
was-
retired.
Delph, breaking news,
Fabian.
everyone. Fabian Delph has retired from
At
what
the
club?
ripe old age of 30. I don't know. He didn't have a club.
Oh, so he's just packed it in.
Did he?
Can you call it
make an
retire when you
announcement?
don't get
give
like,
up.
you don't get
Hanging
signed?
up the boots.
For who? What else? What other news you got? I see you got some news written down there. Well, what else
Alan
happened?
has left Everton for Al Wada in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, massive loss there.
places.
Yep.
Everton need all the help they can get.
Ronaldo was charged following PhoneGate, where he slapped the phone out of the supporters' hands.
Yeah, look, you can't.
Charged with misconduct by the FA.
You can't do that.
Got away with a caution from Merseyside police, I believe. But to Ronaldo's credit, he did offer
Yeah,
the
and they turned it down.
match day
Eh?
hospitality to the Everton fan.
I'm pretty sure they turned it down.
Yeah,
Did
fuck
they?
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they got full salty about it. Turn it down.
Yeah,
I
right.
think you'd have to Google me on that.
Fuck,
Did you
I don't
say?
know.
Did you say an
We
Everton?
need a producer, eh?
Did you say an Everton fan got salty? That's interesting. And Ted Lasso and AFC Richmond are playable in FIFA 23.
Yeah, right. There you
How
go.
good is that?
How good is that? Not very. FIFA 23. I don't know if anyone's seen the faces of most of the FIFA 23 players.
They're fucking
They're
dog shit.
Atrocious. Well, do we want to come back, or is we got much? Or we want to talk about England?
We don't have to.
No.
England was shite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quickly, briefly, if anyone
Still
watched the
shy.
highlights, England were terrible.
Relegated from the Nations League. Suck shit.
It's not coming home.
No.
Southgate
But
needs
England
to
might
get the
be.
sack.
Southgate needs to go.
Just quickly, when he got the job, he was like, I will pick players based on form and playing for their
Not once.
clubs. So why did he pick Maguire?
Why did you pick Shaw?
Why did he pick Shaw? Why did he pick Rice in midfield when his fucking team's bottom of the league?
Don't know what's going on
Many
there.
questions.
All I know is they're shite
Shambles.
and it's
Fucking
not coming
shambles.
home. All right. Well, fellas, it's been an entertaining one, I'd say.
It has.
Yeah, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment to the channel, please. Social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and the Fantasy League. Join the Fantasy League. The Fantasy code will be in this video somewhere and in the description, as always. And yeah, massive weekend.
Huge.
Massive games.
Cannot wait. All 3 Spurs fans in Australia, fucking comment. Let's go.
Quick bet between you two.
Oh, no. What are we
If
gonna
one
do?
of you lose, will you wear the opposing
No.
team's jersey?
No,
on
I had
the
to wear
play?
Arsenal jersey in
refuse.
my Bucks. It was fucked.
Refuse,
Okay,
sorry.
Fair enough.
We might make a bet
Piss
off.
weak.
Will you wear a
off
hat or
screen.
something?
Nah.
How about this?
Throw a card
Something with a
down.
bit more. If either of us win the league, then the podcast after the last round, we wear that jersey.
All right. Maybe.
You say it easy because it's never going to happen.
All right.
It might.
Anyway, yeah, like, subscribe, comment, socials. Fellas, been a pleasure as always. Can't wait for the next one.
Thanks,
Hopefully
mate.
we win. It's going to be great.
There'll be some talking points next week.
Catch us in the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone.